Good morning, Facebook family and friends, my faithful, loyal YouTube subscribers. Today it is the 25th of January 2013. So Donald Trump released a tweet yesterday in which he stated that he's going to send in the feds to tackle the crime problem, to fix the crime problem in Chicago. Trump to Chicago, fix violent crime, or I'll send in the feds. Donald Trump has threatened on Twitter to send in the feds if Chicago doesn't fix the alleged carnage going on in the city. The president did not elaborate on this Tuesday night tweet in which he claimed there have been 228 shootings in Chicago in 2017, 42 of which were fatal. Now, Chicago spokesman, a Chicago police spokesman said on Tuesday night, and NBC News Tuesday night, that there have been 38 murders and 182 shooting incidents this year. Slightly lower than Trump's number. So since January of this year, they claiming 38, Trump was saying 42. So some of the numbers are off a little bit. And I believe some of those murders that he's citing at 42 may not have been inside the Chicago, the city of Chicago, maybe surrounding areas. Like maybe somebody would have died with 1 foot in Chicago and the other part in Cook County, Illinois, or however it is divided up there. So since that person died with 1 foot in Chicago, 1 foot in Cook County, Chicago tossed that murder out and said, this ain't our death. So they do it here in Atlanta. Nonetheless, 2016 was one of the bloodiest years in Chicago since the 1990s. Chicago Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson has said that weak penalties for those convicted of crimes involving guns are partially to blame for the city's homicide rate, which in 2016, they had 762 murders. So instead of going out and creating 762 jobs, it was as easy just to kill 762 people. Figure that one out. The Chicago Police Department is more than willing to work with the federal government to build on our partnership with the Department of Justice, the FBI, the DEA, and ATF, and boost federal prosecution rates for guns in Chicago. Now, what Trump did say is he wanted to play back what they did in New York was the stop-and-frisk policy. Donald Trump stated support for the stop-and-frisk policy. It was very controversial in New York, but it sure did clean that city up, though. We need our police. Chicago mayor said we need our police to have high professional standards, the training to support them in these high professional standards, and the certainty to be proactively involved. If you look at the last year across the country and then say the only answer is to go to stop and frisk, that's it, and that's not where the world is today. Now, I'm going to say something about this. I actually support the stop and frisk laws under certain special stipulations. Now, people can say what they want to about those stop and frisk laws, but it most definitely helped clean Chicago up in the late 80s. Throughout the 90s and into today. So, to say it didn't work would be inaccurate. Chicago used to be a very dangerous, New York used to be a very deadly place. So New York has really cleaned up its crime problem. Stop and frisk is controversial because people feel like the police were racially profiling blacks and minority in New York, and they very well could have been. I sometimes don't have a problem with racial profiling if it resolves a problem. That's what I said. With special stipulations, stop and frisk might work in Chicago if, and this is why things that I wish President Barack Obama had been more active. If they implement something like that, they go after drugs and guns and just confiscate these items from these persons. So while they're stopping and frisking, they find drugs and guns on the individual, just take them. You have to charge the person with a crime unless the person is actively involved in some type of felony. But if they implemented a stop and frisk where they just took drugs, guns, weapons, and then let the person go, that might really stop a lot of crime. I'm going to tell you why. Because charging these people and taking them to court ain't going to do nothing. But if you keep confiscating these drugs and confiscating these guns and taking these weapons, somebody got to pay for this stuff. These guys on the street are paying for this stuff. They spending dollar bills, y'all, to pay for this stuff. But if let's imagine a store. Let's say you have a store selling illegal stuff. If every time you set up that store full of illegal guns, drugs, and weapons to sell on the streets, and the police come in there and raid it and take all your shit, how many times you going to keep funding this source and putting this store back together? At some point, you're going to say, this ain't working because they keep taking my mess. See, it's easier to, instead of arresting these individuals, take it. Take the guns, take the drugs, take the weapons, let them go. You're free. And you see them again, take the guns, take the weapons. See, so many times before they even realize, okay, we can't keep coming into this area and they stealing our stuff. They're taking our merchandise. We can't sell it over there because they snatch it up so fast from us. As soon as we hit the street, they use the stop and frisk to stop us for whatever, violating our human rights to sell drugs, guns, and weapons. See, this is what it boils down to. That's why I hear these black folks screaming, stop and frisk was illegal and it hurt and harmed everybody. So I'm going to slap their asses. You need something like that in Chicago to end this damn mess. If they stop pulling these cars over with these guys in there, going through these cars, snatching these weapons, taking these guns, taking this stuff, and let them go. All right, you're free again. Then they see that car again. Oh, here they come. Get them again. There are only so many times you're going to your stuff. You're going to allow your stuff to be taken from you before you say, okay, we got to move our operation someplace else. And it ain't working. Because it ain't happening. We can't stay in this neighborhood. That type of stop and frisk, I'm all for. And the reason why I said don't lock them up because it's going to tie up the court system and all these stupid crimes and all kinds of shit. So you had a gun, take the gun from the shit. Unless the gun was used in some type of shooting or murder, and it's just a gun, a hot gun on the street, take it. Get rid of it. I don't care what the situation. If the drugs, just confiscate the drugs. You know, instead of locking these people up for these damn drugs, we'll be locking folks up forever. Take the drugs, take the weapons, just start taking this shit. And put them back on the street. I bet you some things will start to change in Chicago. Because once these gang members are not making no money, because all these shit's being confiscated. All they weapons, I can hear y'all now. But the innocent people innocent people are getting shot and killed now. Innocent people in Chicago are getting shot and killed. I ain't heard you niggas say a goddamn thing. But you're worried about innocent people being stopped and frisked. I don't know too many innocent people running around with drugs, guns, and weapons. Concerned about, you can stop me. I don't got no drugs, guns, and weapons. Come on now. I ain't in Chicago either. I might need some drugs, guns, and weapons to live in that kind of crazy ass city. In this case, I support Donald Trump. Because I think he might be on to something. This might be the only way you can clean up Chicago. Is to get the police out there, do that stop and frisk, as these guys are just wandering around aimlessly, whatever they're out there doing, stop them, frisk them, check them, and if they have illegal stuff, confiscate it, and then let them go. I mean, how many times you can get stopped and frisked and your guns and weapons confiscated before you realize, I'm not going back over to the South Side of Chicago. They have really cracked the whip. And if it means bringing in the feds to come in and also help this policy, what's the problem? President Barack Obama didn't do anything for the South Side of Chicago. Let's just keep it real. So if Donald Trump wants to send the feds in an attempt to clean up these areas and stop these murders and stop that crime, more power to him. I'm for it. Because it might work. We ain't tried nothing else. So what do we got to lose? What do we got to lose, guys? I know a lot of y'all are not going to like anything Donald Trump got to say and any of the plans that Donald Trump had to do. And that's fine. But at this point, like he said, we ain't got nothing to lose. So something's got to give. And if they want to do stop and frisk in Chicago in an attempt to try to bring those murder rates down and get those guns off the street and get those drugs off the street and make some changes to the south side of Chicago to make the area safer for the citizens that live here. I am 1,000% for it. If you like my videos, click like, share them with family members and friends. I know a lot of you all are not going to like this video. I don't give a rat's ass. But something needs to change for those young kids living in Chicago. Let's give them a chance to live. We already see them dying left and right. Why not give them an opportunity to live? And make those neighborhoods safe and turn that neighborhood, turn the south side of Chicago around so that people can live and thrive there instead of dying, surviving and dying there. Anyway, I'm out. Today it is, of course, Wednesday, January 25th, 2017. Get up and do something productive with your lives. I look forward to reading you all's comments about what Donald Trump had to say about his plans for Chicago. I'm all for it. What have we got? But I think it might change those areas. It's going to take some work, but it might be the best thing to do. Like I tell, I'm for stop and frisk, but with certain stipulations. Anyway, I'm out and enjoy your Wednesday.